Make your parents proud, make your country proud, make your community proud, make all of us proud, because you're gonna rock and they're gonna slay. Is this slay? Hello there, welcome back to my channel. I am Binti Malu. I make videos about Africa, education, budgeting, lifestyle, and anything you want to talk about. So let me know in the comment section. And if you'd like to join this channel, then go ahead and hit the subscribe and the bell button, and you'll be part of us, because we're looking for new members each day. We have an open arm policy whereby you're all welcome, and I feel like we shall click together. So go ahead and hit the subscribe now. Let us be friends. Let us get to know each other, me and you. Today's video, I will be giving 10 tips for international students. So this first set of 10 tips will be before you go to the foreign country. So this is while you have applied and have been accepted and are preparing to go study in the country where you have applied to go study in. So this is when to work. And I will make another video of 10 more tips for when you get to the country that you're studying in. So this is before, and there will be another one after. So stay tuned. Tip 1 is that make sure you have all your valid documents before you start planning your trip and before you leave. Make sure you have the right visa. Make sure you have the school invitation letter. Make sure you have some letter of support. Make sure you have some contact information in case you're stranded. So just have the right documents so that will make things easier for you and smoother, because you'd have to go through immigration both in your country and in the country you're going to. So having your documents all in check beforehand is gonna save you a lot of time and a lot of headache. So have that in mind. Tip 2 is that make sure you have insurance, either traveling insurance, or you plan to get insurance once you get to school, because who knows what might happen. Anything could happen. So being insured is quite important. In case something is stolen, in case you get sick, your insurance comes handy. So make sure you get insurance. Either you're gonna get one from the country you're in or some sort of travel insurance, and then once you get to the country you're going to, you apply for insurance with your school, because I feel like each school offers options for insurance. So check into that. Make sure you have insurance. It is very essential, because none of us knows what's going to happen tomorrow. So you're better off being prepared than being caught unaware. Tip number 3 is that you should research the country you're going to. Let's say if you're going to study in South Africa, go online, check videos on YouTube about the countries. What are their do's? What are their don'ts? What are their dress codes? What language do they speak? What are they used to? Just try to blend in, try to learn as much as you can so that you can blend in with the country, with the people in the country you're going to. The more you start out, the more likely you're going to be a target. So the more you know about a country, the more issues you'll avoid, and the more you can blend in. I don't think you should lose your identity by blending in, but I'm saying don't stand out to the extent that you come with your own beliefs and be like, oh, this is what we do in my country, so I'm just gonna do it here in this country. That's not how it works. They have this saying that when in Rome, act like the Romans. Don't be the Romans, act like the Romans. So do your research on the country you're going to. Do as much research as you can. Go online. These days online there is so much reliable information. So check on that before you go into that country, and that will help you a lot and will keep you informed. So the culture shock will still be there, but will not be as bad as if you didn't do your research on that country. Tip number 4 is that you should watch the local news of the country you're going to. Even when you're still waiting to go to school, tune into the local news. You can find the news either on, Google it, or find it on CNN, find it on YouTube, find some sort of way you can keep up with the news that's going on in the country, so that if there's some sort of, when there's, drama? No. When there's chaos going on, or if there's an event that is going to affect the citizen or affect you, you'll be informed. So watch the news, the local news of the country you're going to. so that you can be informed of what is going on politically, religiously, socially, because that's going to impact you since you're going to be living in that country as well. Tip number 5 is that you should know the program you're going to be studying. When I'm saying knowing the program, that means know the classes you have to take, know your curriculum, know what career path you can choose after that, know what you want to do once you're done with school in the country you're going to. So just have an idea of all these things so that you just don't feel stranded. You feel like, hey, I don't know what I'm doing here, or you end up taking a longer time, hence spending more money in your education than you should have. So be informed on the courses you're going to take, on the career path you're going to have after that, or whatever you're going to do after you're done with school. Just keep yourself informed and know what your career or your major is going to be about. Tip number 6 is that you should take the ACT or the SAT or whatever kind of exam that you have to take. Most of these exams test your skills on what you have learned either in high school or college. So take the exam that are suggested by your university. That way you will be considered at a higher rate than if you didn't take the exam. If you're just applying with no exam to back up your knowledge, that's not gonna help you. So just do your GREs, do your ACT and the SAT, study for them, get it done, and whatever the score will be, at least you have something that you can back up your knowledge on and be like, hey, I took this exam and I think I did fairly well, or I was weak in these points but I think I'm going to improve and I make efforts to do this and that. So just take the exams. What's the harm in it? Tip number 6 is that you should apply for scholarships. Go online, go to your school's website, check out what scholarships they have for international students. If you're African, they have scholarship for Africans. Whatever your ethnicity is, I feel like there's a scholarship for each ethnicity because people are trying to promote young people to study and develop their communities. So if you're a woman and you're taking science majors, they have scholarship for that as well. So go online and check the scholarships that they have, check the options, apply for as many scholarships as you can. That way you'd have a higher chance of getting into a scholarship, and there is no harm in applying. Take that time, take those 30 minutes, that hour, those few days, get the application done, and if you get a scholarship, which I think you will get a scholarship because international students, they have so many scholarships. So be proactive and seek the scholarship, ask your school, communicate with other people within that area, or just search online. You can find so many things online and so many opportunities as long as you have the time and you want to put the effort into searching for these scholarships. So do yourself a favor, do your parents a favor, search for a scholarship and make it easier for them to pay the school fees. Tip number 8 is that you should weigh your options. Don't place your eggs in one basket. This meaning that don't apply to just one school and depend on that one school. Apply to several schools. The chance of you getting into one of them are higher. This doesn't mean you don't have faith in yourself. This basically means if plan A doesn't work out, there's plan B. If plan B doesn't work out, then plan C. You have at least several options to choose from. And in case this school doesn't offer something you're looking for, you can always be like, hey, I've already been accepted to this other school, I might as well check it out. So apply to as many schools as you want. Don't just apply to the one school you want to go to. Apply to several schools. That way you get an option to choose if you get into several schools, or if you don't, there is at least one of those schools that is going to accept you. So the more applications you have, the more chances you'll have to be accepted into a program or into a university or into a high school, whichever level you're going to study at. So apply to several schools. Don't put your eggs in one basket. I cannot insist on that enough. Just do it. There's no harm in it. You might have to pay like an application fee, but again, there is no harm in applying to several schools. It's just gonna help you. It will help you weigh your options. Be like, this school has this doesn't have this. which one do I want to go to, and that will make the process a bit easier for you. Maybe not if you're not decisive, but if you're a person who likes to weigh your option and see what is best for you, then it's advisable that you apply to several schools. Tip number 9 is start developing your language skills. If you are coming from, I am from Tanzania. If you're coming from Tanzania and you're coming to America, start learning about how Americans speak. Well, they all speak differently, but just learn the basic things. Learn how they greet each other. Learn about the body language, what certain things mean. Because, for instance, here in America, everybody smiles at you, or maybe it's just from my experience. But people, when you're passing them on the street, they'll just smile and pass by. So if you're going there with your pounded face, you don't even smile, and you're just walking, minding your business, everyone will think you're strange. So learn about the language of the country you're going to. Learn about the body language, how people communicate, how people interact. That way you might have an idea of where to start from. Obviously, you'll not know everything. There's so many things that are going to be shocked. You're going to be shocked by. There's so many things you will not understand and you just feel off. But once you make an effort to learn about how they communicate, how they speak their language, then you might have an easier transition than if you are totally clueless. So invest some time when you're still at home and learn how people communicate and the sort of language that they use in the country you're going to. Tip number 10 and the last one is that beware of scams. There is this notion that people go around on the internet be like, if you give me this amount of money, I'm going to make sure you get into this school. You give them the money and then you hear nothing from them. So don't accept such scams. If you want to apply to a university, go to their website, apply through there. Don't go through middlemen who will be telling you like, give me this amount and I will assure you go to this university. You get into this university. Sometimes you believe them because they're already in the university or hold a certain position, but some of these people are scammers, whether you know them or not. Just do it through the right way, even if it's harder and there's a chance you might not get into it, but there will be 100% chance that you'll not be getting scammed. So don't use middlemen to get you into school. Don't believe people who will tell you, oh, give me this amount and I'll get you into this school. That is not how it works. You just don't bribe your way into school. And how would you feel knowing that you bribed someone to get into school and it's not something you deserved? So don't use middlemen. Beware of scams and just be on the lookout. So those are the 10 tips I have for going to the foreign country, and then I'll have another video for post being in the country that you're the foreign country. Be on the lookout for that. And again, if you have any more tips, then go ahead and leave them in the comment section below and we'll have them featured in the next video. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you so much to all of you who subscribe to my channel. Nawapenda wote. And thank you for all of you who are considering to subscribe to my channel. And thank you to all of you who have made it far to this video. And if you have, comment below and write the word Nawapenda, which is Nawapenda. That means I love you in Kiswahili. So I hope I shall see you in my next video. And again, continue spreading the African love or whatever kind of love you have to offer, because there is no room for hate. All the best to those of you who are applying to international schools or have gotten accepted. You're gonna make it. Make your parents proud, make your country proud, make your community proud, make all of us proud, because you're gonna rock and you're gonna slay. Is this slay? You're just gonna make it great in this new country you're going to be in. It's gonna be a new adventure and one that will enrich you, and you're gonna be more wise when you come back. So see you in my next video. Bye. Are you focused? Kwaherini. Taona baadaye. Sign ya Chadema. CCM sijui na sign gani, I don't even know. Anyway, so that is it for my videos. And we're done. Kwaheri.